Hey guys, Lockie here, and welcome to episode 3 of Road to Recovery Chelsea Career Mode. So, start of today's episode, we do have a Premier League game coming up against Leicester City at home. So, it should be 3 points coming for our second Premier League game. We did beat Burnley 3-0 where Salah scored twice in the last game. Do check it out if you haven't seen it already. But this one might be a bit more challenging because Burnley are arguably the worst side, we're one of the worst sides in the Premier League. Especially in this game, I don't really see them having so many quality players apart from Danny Ings in FIFA. But Leicester are a much difficult side. They've got Cambiasso, they've got some good players, Uzoa, Jamie Vardy, and Kasper Schmeichel's a good keeper. But we'd still be hoping for 3 points at home, especially, which could prove out to be a relegation battle come end of the season. But here is the team we'll be rocking with. We have Jamal Blackman, Kalas Zuma, our captain, Omero Ake, Pasalic, Van Ginkel, Salah, Atsu, Piazon and Bamford. So some pretty good players there. Definitely enough to win us the game. But as you can see by Leicester's side, they bought Anua, Robert Hoof plays for them as well, Konchesky, Kasper Schmeichel, like I said, Danny Simpson, the ex-Newcastle player, and then Kramrich, who Chelsea were interested, so, or the irony if he does score here, but as you can see, we're about to start the match, and so far, I think this team could do good things, but in the 35th minute, it was a very poor game up until now, where Bamford, as you can see, does pick up an injury. So it was a very poor, and although he had to go off for a second, he was able to run it out. But he will be having to have a 3-week time on the sidelines. But in the 52nd minute, so it was a shocking first half. Only it can get better. But as Bamford picks it up, it's a good pass to Atsu. Atsu runs down the wing, and he does very well here. And he sends in a beautiful low cross, and somehow it's one of the easiest goals Patrick Bamford will ever score. And although he's injured, it was still it was a good play from Atsu, and he still was able to look at that mix up there from Robert Hoof. So the German centre back really doesn't help Kasper Schmeichel there. It was poor, and look at that Bamford from 20 centimetres out. The 62nd minute. It would be a chance for Leicester as Danny Simpson gets on the ball. He runs out through the defence. Omero can't really hold him up for the moment. But as Cambiasso gets on the ball, the Inter Milan legend does really well. He gives it through to Kramaric, who hits the post. So, nearly did score against us. So, wow, that would have been a dream for Kramaric to score against us, especially as we were interested and he didn't want to go to us. But Kramaric does do well again here, causing a lot of havoc, and look at that for a shot from Cambiasso, but a good save, not good save, just wide of that far post, and it remains at 1-0. So we're just desperately holding on now, and it's getting a bit ridiculous. But in the 90th minute, Leicester are on the attack again. Chelsea, we probably don't deserve a win, but here's Mahrez. Will he score? A great save from Jamal, and I do get it clear, but not for long, because as you can see, he's going to come straight back down here, if I could stop pausing it. Yeah, Paul Konchesky gives it to Anoa, who gives it wide to Kramaric. Kramaric does really well. He skips wide. Here's a great opportunity. He holds up the ball. He gives it to Danny Simpson. Gives it back to Kramaric, who crosses, and look who's there. If it isn't for a goal from the Leicester player, I don't know who it was in the end. Yeah, that's right, it was Leonardo Uzoa. So, Leonardo Uzoa comes handy indeed for Leicester. Their new signing scores and gives them a point instead of 0. And we were so unlucky as well. I mean, I couldn't believe it, but we were lucky to get into that position. But of course, it had to be a 90th minute winner. I mean, couldn't have been anything else. But there's all the results from the other games. And as you'll see here, it's player injured. Here's confirmation of Bamford's injury. But it is going to be transfer deadline day, and well, as you can expect, because the series rules, there will be nothing happening, because no teams want any of my players, and I don't want to sell any of my players anyway. But what was I going to say? Yeah, that's right. But in the January transfer window, I can sign contract expiries. So let's say a player was running out from a contract, then I can sign him. So that's going to be handy indeed. Because at the moment I'm definitely lacking experience, which kind of sucks. But you know, got to deal with it as it is. And as you can see, not much happened else, and transfer deadline date has ended, and players leaving on international duty. And here's the youth squad monthly report. I know a lot of and here is the Spanish guy who looks amazing, 76-94, and he looks quite good in that center attacking mid role, which I'm very happy about indeed. But we do have a game coming up against Ipswich Town, so we would be playing them, the championship side, away from home, in the Capital One Cup. So Capital One Cup, probably the least important thing we're in, to be honest. I really don't care if we get knocked out, but of course I want to do well, like get at least to the quarterfinals. That would be very handy indeed. But as you can see, we would go with our sort of weaker B lineup that's got good fitness, because this was only 3 days after the game against Leicester. So we would have a look at Ipswich Town first, and they've got McGoldrick, who I remember from my Watford career mode is a boss, or usually is, and Smith, Chambers, and a couple of other players as well, like Tab. But, you know, about the same as us, really, because at the moment, obviously, we're lacking experience for sure. Obviously, our captain's only 21. That's probably the youngest captain besides Ray Wilkins, wasn't he? No. Yeah, Ray Wilkins, I reckon, was captain at 18. Ray Wilkins? Yeah, for Chelsea at least. But, was it Ray Wilkins? Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Just correct me if I'm wrong. But in the 13th minute, Chambers gives it back to Scoos, who gives it to Hyam, who gives it to Murphy. Murphy does well, and he's great ball there. And if it wasn't for a fantastic save from Jamal Blackman, it would have been 1-0. But we do fail to get it clear, because they would get a free kick in the end. Although nothing will come out of the free. But in the 25th minute, McEachran gives it to Bertrand Traore. The young gun does really well to give it back to McEachran, who nutmegs himself, and then gives it to Dom Solanke. And Solanke gets on the ball, he's holding well. Here's a great opportunity as he dribbles past, it's a good shot, and Marin can't get there just before the keeper does well to save it. So both keepers making a save already. And in the 36th minute, McGoldrick would have another free kick opportunity. And this time, he does strike it, and well, it was very close to Jamal's net. I don't think he had it. Oh, he did have it covered, but it was a good effort from McGoldrick. But straight from... Oh, well, no. In the second half, I don't know what went wrong there. Probably need to do better editing. But in the second half, they cross it in, and it was a great bicycle kick attempt from their defender, but it's well saved and kept out. So we're just holding on at the moment in this Capital One Cup second round. But as you can see here, Murphy, their number 9, gives it back to Anderson. Anderson crosses it in, and McGoldrick has another opportunity if it wasn't for Jamal Blackman, who is starting to really keep us in this game now. It's getting a bit ridiculous. But well saved there from Jamal. And he's not a bad keeper, but again, it's Kakuta this time, standing over a free kick, and that was very close indeed. That was only a whisker away. So I was annoyed, because that was a good opportunity. But in the 65th minute, just after, Dom Solanke gets on the ball, he dribbles past everyone, and it's a poor tackle. And as you'll see here, it is a straight red card. So fair enough as well, because Dom Solanke would have been through. Christophe Berra does go in a bit recklessly, to say the least. But Kakuta does stand over this one, and it's another save from the keeper. So my free kicks at the moment, that was just poor. I should have scored at least one of them. But as you can see, Izzy Brown does come on with 10 minutes to go. Ipswich should be probably holding on now, but they've got a corner. And, well, if it wasn't for McEachran off the line, it would have been 1-0 to the home side. But we failed to get it clear. And as number 13 gets on the ball, I don't know how to pronounce it, he nearly should have scored, but if it wasn't for Nathan Ake clearing. But quick, straight away, Dom Solanke is through here. He's got to score. I should have sweated it maybe, because the keeper was able to save it. Probably my own fault there. But in the 90th minute, we were just holding on here. Although both teams were probably hoping to hold on. But it would go to extra time. So it's been a lot better game than the Leicester game, to say the least. Because this one's been a lot more exciting. And yet we haven't still yet to see a goal. So I was happy at it being 0-0, because we've still got time to We still got 30 minutes to get a final winner. But as McEachran gives it to Traore, Traore sends a beautiful ball to Baker. Lou Baker should have scored again. So both keepers have been absolutely tremendous this match. And sadly, one of them won't be going through. But Nathan Ake does get it clear. It falls to him. If it wasn't for a great challenge from Chaloba, we would break. And it would be Izzy Brown. Will he do so? He skips past the defender. Will he score? Will he score or will he miss? Well, if it wasn't for a great save again from the keeper, it would have been a last-minute winner. So the keeper's done fantastically. But as you can see, it does go to penalties. And Hunt steps up, scores the first one. Lou Baker steps up, scores the first one for us. So 1-0 at this stage. Blackman does save the second one brilliantly. But Traore would step up. And he would put it top left. That's a brilliant penalty. And Scoos does steps up, and it was a decent penalty down the middle. McEachran I tried to chip it, and it did get saved. I don't know what I was thinking, a bit cocky there, but they would somehow hit the bar from their penalty, and this leaves with Izzy Brown to give us back the lead and give us the advantage, and he would do it with a great penalty. And here it is, Anderson to keep him in the game. Will he score? Jamal's trying to put him off. Will he score? Here we go. Steps up. He has scored, although that is a big penalty. But Thomas Kalas, the Czech Republican defender, scores, and Chelsea are through in the Capital One Cup final. So, pretty exciting game for a 0-0 game, especially. It should have probably ended by 90 minutes, but you know, or at least the 120. Probably shouldn't have gone to penalties. But that is now the end of the episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, please do leave a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, because it really helps me out. And thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you later.